Hello, good day. Today I'm going to be explaining about my conversational AI, which is PetSupportBot. The way conversational AIs work is by identifying entities within conversation to help give an adequate response. To begin with, I'll show you my five main entities, which are pet type, health issues, grooming tools, food type, and brand request. In my pet type entities, I've given the two major pets that most people own, which are the dog and a cat, and according synonyms, which are puppies, dog, canine, or kitten, kitty, and feline. These are given so that the AI can identify the specificity depending on however the people respond to the question. For health issues, I've given the common health issues most pets have, which are the fleas, worms, vomiting, diarrhea, and allergies. As for grooming tools, again, the main tools most people use, which are brush, comb, shampoo, nail clippers, and ear cleaners. And for finally the food types, we have dry food, wet food, raw food, and homemade food. And in brand requests, this is basic branding about recommend a brand suggestion, and best brand. Just basic entities for each of those. These entities will help the AI to identify what the person is talking about with the added synonyms. It's easier when the person says words that don't usually are said amongst other people. So the entities help the AI to guide them into the answers they're looking for. This is where intents come in. The intent allows the AI to identify what the person wants. Now, in this case, let's begin with the five main ones I have are the pet health advice, a pet grooming advice, feeding advice, and there's the default fallback intent and the welcome intent. For the health advice, I've given four main conversation training phrases, you could say, can you recommend treatments for diarrhea, or why is my cat vomiting? What medicine should I give for said sickness, or my dog has fleas, what do I do? And two required entities that I've made to be identifiable are the pet type and health issues entities, so that those are the main ones used in this conversation. And you have to give a prompt to help the AI to flow the conversation better so that it doesn't get stuck in a single position. The next entity is the pet grooming advice. Here, the training phrases I've given are recommending shampoos for long-haired dogs, suggestions on tools, what tools do I use for a dog, or how do I groom either my cat or dog. Here, the three main required entities are the pet type, the brand request, and grooming tools, which are identifiable here, and the prompts accordingly to help flow it better. And the final one I've added is the pet feeding advice, where the phrases are: is raw food good for cats? Can you suggest dog food brands? How often do you feed a cat? Or what do I feed my dog? Such as that. And here the major entities are pet type, the brand requests, and the food type, which are also given through prompts. Now we have the default welcome intent and default fallback intent. The welcome intent is what the AI begins with when you say either hi, hello, or whatever, and gives an adequate response as to this. I've given two ones, so it says a hi and introduces itself as the petbot and guides the user accordingly to what it can help it with. There's also the fallback intent, which is in case the user says something the AI doesn't understand, so that the AI can respond accordingly. So it says either I didn't understand you, or I missed what you said, and also helps them guide according to what it can help them with. Now, so the main feature I've added is that it can recommend brands and such according to what the person is asking. So if they want something to help a dog or a cat with the fleas, it'll recommend a brand of medicine. If they want something like a brush, it'll recommend a brand, such as so. Here now, we can see it in the walkthrough to help it understand better. Now let's begin with a hello, and the bot accordingly responds with introducing itself. Now if I ask, how do I groom my pet? It goes on to ask if you have a dog or a cat. Now, if you respond, I have a dog. Now, it asks, do you need recommendations? And you could say, yes. Brand. Here. Now it goes on to ask the specific grooming tool that you need. Let's say I need a brush, for instance. Brush. Now the article response it gives to groom your dog. You can use a slicker brush and gentle pet shampoo for brands. Now it gives you recommendations as to what you need. So Terminator or Burt's Bees also gives you options on cats as well. This was now my walkthrough for the conversational AI, that is the pet support bot, and for assessment 2 of emerging tech. Thank you for watching.